Good evening, Israel. Good evening. Good evening, family. Good evening, earthlings. To those who love the Most High, good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening to you. Turn with me to the east. Let us have prayer. I beyond your holy name, I come before you this day to say thank you for another day's journey. Asking that you would word my mouth, give me what to say and how to say it. Asking in your holy name that you would bless and touch those who appear and show up. Asking, Abba Yah, that you would bind up accident demons and speeding demons, whether it be on the land, in the water, and in the air. Asking, Abba Yah, for favor, 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 favor. Give Israel favor, my family favor, my son favor, and those who desire favor. I come before you this day asking for miracles. Miracles in the hospitals, miracles in the jail, miracles in the courtrooms, miracles with these judges, unrighteous judges, miracles, Yahweh, at that White House, miracles, Yahweh, all over this world. I come before you today. Please word my mouth, bless my thoughts, and help me to deliver righteousness. In your holy name, let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. To Yahweh be the glory, to my Elohim be the glory for all the things he's done, he's doing, and getting ready to do. Miracles for the holy Melachins, miracles for the holy angels, miracles, Yahweh, at the checking account, savings account, in the mailboxes, miracles at the gas pump, miracles at the gas stations, miracles, Yahweh, in your mighty name in the grocery stores, miracles on our going out and coming in, miracles on our laying down and getting up, miracles, Yahweh, miracles, miracles, miracles. Let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. To you, my Yah, there is no one else but you that I would rather serve. I ask in your mighty name, touch somebody on today. Touch their eyes, spiritual eyes, that they might see, their spiritual ears that they might hear. In your mighty name, let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Please bless the wording of my mouth. Touch and heal somebody on today, because somebody needs to know that there is no one else but you who we must serve. In your holy name, Selah. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom, Israel. Today is a blessed day. We come before the Most High today, thanking him for everything he's done, he's doing, and getting ready to do. We thank the Most High because truly there is no one else but him. Want to talk for a few minutes and ask you, do you really think that Yahweh will put the scribes up to write in the history book that he's coming back to get us and he doesn't? Do you really think that they would put in these history books, which you all call the Bible, that Yahweh would say he's coming back to get Israel from the north, the south, the east, and the west, and tell the sea to give up his children's, and it doesn't happen? Do you really think that I would come before you and tell you about an exodus that's not going to happen and the words say that it is? Do you really think that Yahweh will have not just me, But there are other brothers and sisters who are teaching similar things, letting you know that we have to prepare ourselves for the lead, because we weren't supposed to come over here to stay. This was supposed to have been for a punishment of our ancestors because they didn't obey Yahweh and they didn't keep the law, they didn't keep the agreement, and they were sprinkled with blood. Yahweh never told us to drink blood and eat a cracker for a body. Never did that. And the one who they are calling his son, Jesus Christ, it's not his son. They still trying to add him on. Even when you go to these Bible pictures that they're showing on YouTube, they're still trying to incorporate this false character. When I've read to you over and over and over again in Exodus 4:22 that he said, go tell Pharaoh that Israel is my son, even my firstborn. What is it that you all don't seem to understand when I say that? That you, Israel, is the son of the Most High. Not just the son, but the daughters too. They're incorporated in it. And you don't seem to get it. You don't seem to understand that they took our books out. They took, I think, over 76 books out and added that gospel, which is not true. When you read the gospel and start comparing what you're reading in the history book, you'll see that they have taken some of the literature out of the history book and put it in their gospel. And they have forced us to serve Satan. That is not the Son of God. That's Satan posing as the Son of God. He said he was going to and fro, seeking who he can find, to serve him. And we have done it all our life. And it came in through slavery time when the masters made the slaves into Christians. And not just Christians, but also Muslims. And not just Muslims, but Catholics. We're neither one of those. We are Hebrew Israelites, and our way is a way of life. You could live, do you, long as it's done decent and in order. And you keep the 10 Commandments, which is the covenant, which is the law. And many of us don't keep the law. And the reason why, because they don't teach it in the churches. The family don't teach it. We're supposed to be brought up and raised up into serving and worshiping the Most High. We're supposed to fear him, not no Satan, not no JC. Let me get you all to understand. Yahweh would never touch a woman that's married. And even though they have her in there, she is not even real, nor Joseph, nor Elizabeth, nor the 12 disciples. They're not real. The 12 disciples in that book of gospel is really the 12 tribes of Israel. And even those who are supposed to be disciples are telling you that they are Hebrews and that they are black. They have made all kinds of movies with white characters, and that is not even us. So that's why I tell you, eat the meat and throw the bones back, because they have done so much to keep us from knowing who we are. We are the true chosen sons and daughters of Yahweh. He has more than one name on account of there are many, many places, many, uh, um, yeah, where Israel has been scattered. Israel has been scattered all over the world. So naturally, there are many, um, uh, um, there are many um, languages, and in these languages are many different names for the Most High. Yahweh, Yod He Vahe, Ash, Asher, Ash. I am that I am He. Israel. His name is Israel too. Um, Jeremiah, Yael, Yahuwah, Yahuwah, Yahovah. He has many names on account of we live in different nations, and we have different nationalities. I want you to know that Yahweh would never, never, in my belief, have strives, holy strives, to write in a Bible, which they, when I say they, the Europeans, who have took certain things out of the Bible, but certain things they couldn't take out, like prophecy. If you all can see, prophecy is unwinding every day. It's coming to pass every day. Every day, something is in the news showing you that Yahweh is not playing. And most of the floods and fires, they're not where the chosen peoples are. It's mostly around where the Europeans live or the white peoples. They're being flooded out and burnt out. Tornadoes is hitting, not hitting in areas around us. There are certain Hebrews that live in certain surroundings with the enemies, and they get hit too. So I want to say to you, Yahweh said he was coming back. And many people don't believe that Yahweh has a modern day Egypt and you have a modern day Pharaoh in the White House, and your 400 years of slavery is up. So we have Juneteenth coming up in 2 more months to celebrate our liberation, that we are free. We are supposed to be free, but as you can see, some of those who are in the arts of being musicians, actors, and anything else don't get the same pay as the white characters, actors get. And on top of that, some of them have to join secret societies. And when they don't want to do that, they end up having to leave their art and go find something else or do something else or take their money and open up their own stores, restaurants, hotels, buying up a lot of property and renting it out or selling it. They do a lot of other things, but what they really truly love, because if they don't do what they say for them to control them, sometimes misfortunes happen and you hear about it on the news. I want to say to you, the God that we serve, brothers and sisters, if he say he coming back, he coming back. The thing about it is with us, the patience. We don't have a lot of patience. And as you notice, your 400 years of slavery is up. We have been, if you go to Tubi, you'll see it's a lot of slave movies on there, and you can see how far we have come from slavery to being free, supposedly to be free, and then coming up into the 21st century. And you'll see we have been through a lot. Our ancestors have been through a lot. Cop, police brutality, not getting fair justice in the court systems, going through a bunch of beatings in the jails, and being accused of doing things that you didn't do, and they frame you for it and throw you in the jail for life. Or smoking a little bit of marijuana and keeping you in there for life. Now they're releasing those who they threw in jail because now marijuana is legal. And I pray to the Most High that because of their time and when they was in their youth, that they get a good lawyer, get Crump to sue for what they have done. You even got those who call themselves brothers help put other black men in jail, and now they getting ready to, they're serving time for what they have done. I want you to know that these men who had authority by Yahweh to write in the word that he loved you, you are the apple of his eye, and he's coming back. He's coming back, Israel. And I've been reading it to you that we're leaving on ships, boats, cruise ships, airplanes. They got to give us back our artifacts, all the gold and silver that they have stored all over the world and even in these mountains. The seeds that they have stored up in these bins, these big bins. I've been watching a lot of history channels, and discovery channels, because they discovering a lot of things. And the things that they're putting in the water to cause all these animals to die. Yes, all that poison. I just saw on TV today that they're spraying our fruits, our vegetables with pesticides for us to get sick so that the medical world can get rich off of us being sick. They don't want you to get well because it's about the money. It's not about you as a patient getting well. Never want you to get well, because back in the 60s and the 70s, they used to close down the hospitals because people wasn't getting sick. Because back in the day, along during the time my grandmother, they would use natural herbs back in slavery on those plantations. They would use bark. They would use all kind of herbs They would boil it, steep it, drink it. They would use smoke. Yes. That's why I tell you all, it's okay to burn incense and light a candle because it's a prayer. And they prayed a lot. And the reason why Yahweh have not hit Chicago, where we live in Illinois and a lot of other states, because it's some praying peoples, praying saints, praying Israelites that are trying their very best to keep his agreement. His law. They pray and they're trying to keep the Passover. The Passover is a memorial. They got a memorial coming up in May, but their memorial is for the dead soldiers. But our memorial is for Exodus, to leave up out of here what happened back in the day of the Exodus in Egypt. And it's going to happen again. But you all don't believe it. And those who are holding on with faith and believing it, when the time comes for them to get up out of here and get on these boats and planes, they don't have to have no tickets. You all see how they raising the prices on these tickets for the airplane, the tickets on these trains, the tickets. Come on now. On the boats, but they're lowering the tickets on the boats on account of it's like a cruise. And they need people to come because they have built a lot of little homes or something like a hotel, and they need them to be filled. So that's why they lowered the prices on those cruise liners and ships. When I say I don't know the day, the time, or the hour, Yahweh don't even give it to the angels. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen because it was prophesied. Prophecy has been unyielding, unfolding, coming to pass forever. Ever since you've been here and over in the land. In Africa, you all see the Martai, where they over there just, other Africans over there just killing other Africans, especially those who want to serve and worship Yahweh or I am. Yeah. It's something when you want to serve a king that tells you, I am a jealous God, and besides me, there is no other God but me. So that's why I say I'm not understanding. If he's telling you he is a jealous God and there is no other God but him, why would you jump from the history to the gospel and believe that Yahweh would touch a woman just because she's a virgin and she has a husband and her husband haven't consummated a marriage with her, and he's supposed to go in through smoke and get her pregnant and she carry a spiritual being inside of her, and after 9 months he supposed to come forth and she's still a virgin. You all need to wake up. You all are spiritual beings and natural human beings, and God give you a thinking brain. He give you to know how to process everything. Some of us, some of you all don't care. But the ones who are trying to live it, the ones who are really trying to worship the Most High and lift them up, He is a holy God. And He's already called the chosen peoples the apple of His eye. And because of this, you get into fights with Muslims, Christians, and with the Catholic people. Because most of our writings is in the Catholic books. And certain scriptures, as I was reading, they blotted out, took it out. So you have to look it up in the on the YouTube. I mean on your Android. You have to look it up, and I had to look it up. And certain things they don't want you to know. But now it's a done deal. This it. Like Michael Jackson said, this it. This it. This it, brothers and sisters. So if you serving the wrong deity and don't want to cross over, don't want to praise him and lift him up, you do you. But you who are worshiping and loving and believing and holding on, you keeping Passover, the unleavened bread, you're keeping the Sabbath day, sundown Friday to sundown Saturday, and you're trying to keep other things, holy days and feast days that He's telling you to keep. It's you, Israel. We are the ones who are going back. We are the ones who are the chosen sons and daughters of the Most High. And Abba said He loves us. Well, if we got a God that loves us, yes, we going through things. Because we wasn't raised up in this. The word in Ecclesiastes, in Psalms, and in Proverbs, it tells you about raising us up in the way we should go. We supposed to have been raised up. We had counselors. They got rid of the counselors. They got rid of the teachers, the mores. They got rid of those who were elders who were supposed to taught us how to live this life. So now I go to certain places, certain temples, and they doing the very best they can, because in reality, we wasn't taught how to serve our Yahweh. And some of the mores is saying certain things we not supposed to keep in captivity. But the Bible say throughout your generation, and this is our generation, and we're living in captivity. So you still have to keep it. And I'm not understanding what part you don't know. Raising these babies up, and I be listening to these babies, and every time you turn around, they talk about Jesus not gonna like that. You can't do that. You're gonna get a whooping. Jesus will do this and Jesus will do that. Jesus not gonna do anything. You better be hoping and praying that Yahweh will give you favor on account of your ignorance, and you don't know. You don't know truth until you start repenting and pleading with the Most High and asking Him to forgive you for all your sins. Yes, we sin. We have done a lot that the Most High have not been pleased with us. And that's why He tell you to turn from your evil ways. Yeah, your cheating, stealing, those in the professional area, lying to your um, clients, giving them unnecessary meds that they don't need. And I had to report several of the physicians for the way how they treated me. And I didn't like it. I just had to report someone 2 weeks ago giving unnecessary medicine and not letting you know what it was for. You all need to start doing some research on these meds that they give you. I'm serious. Because some of this med is to keep you sick and down. And they exchanging one meds to make you well on one end and make you sick on another end. But Yahweh seeing, Yahweh, the God that we serve, He's seeing all of what's going on. Yes, He is. And believe it or not, a lot of people talkers. When I say talking, I mean butts is gonna fry. Yahweh gonna deal with them. But you have some doctors who know about Yahweh and is afraid of Yahweh, and they do tell you and help you the best they know how. And they steer you in the right direction. I'm talking to somebody because when you leave all of these different congregations and churches and you have nowhere to go, this is where you fall on your knees and repent, because you've been in these churches serving another God. You have not been serving Yahweh. You have not been serving the God who created the earth, who created man in His image, who made a woman, who worked 6 days and gave us a day of rest. You've been worshiping somebody else, not Yahweh. And when I tell you that the God that I serve have mercy on us, all of us, grace on all of us, and when I tell you that He be blowing my mind, and He does. Yahweh blows my mind. He does it in such a way that it's so unbelievable. And my little PA that worked for me, she be seeing it. Yeah. And I tell her about it. You see how Yahweh blessing me? Every day. When Yahweh wake you up, it's a blessing. Everybody don't wake up because they go to bed. Then some people wake up and they have a stroke, or they have a heart attack, or they go through something where they stiff in the bed, and they have to call for paramedics to come and get them, take them to the hospital, so that the doctors can take all kind of x-rays to find out what's going on. And then when they discover what's going on, they shoot you up with what is it, intravenous in the arm, give you pills, and help you recover your nerves. Hmm. Yeah. So the things that I'm trying to tell you, God has men who are inspired by him to write certain things in the beginning to Malachi, and they finagle it and mixed it up, mixed truth with lies. That's what my subject titles are: truth mixed with lies. And they have did a bunch of lying to the sons and daughters of the Most High. They have did a lot to us. Stole, raped, gave the worst of the food, hmm, the worst in housing. When you work, they barely wanted to pay you. When it started off, $5 and something an hour. Now they still don't want to give you a good raise. Went from 5 to 8. Now it's 10. From 10 to 15. And some is 19. When they know certain jobs you do, it's supposed to be more than that, and they don't want to pay you. They don't want to give you what you're worth. That's why a lot of brothers and sisters, they save their money and go open up their own businesses, or they go back to school to learn how to do certain things so that they can make more money and open up a lot of shops. Hmm. You have brothers, those who are very rich, come in and open up business. There was one brother who was a singer. He was getting ready to open up a mall. He had helped a brother get a job, and he was looking at the mall that he was getting ready to open. He was going to hire all blacks, and somebody paid another black man to walk in behind him and shoot him in the back of the head. You can go to YouTube and see who he was. I can't think of his name right now because I just saw it 2 days ago. Every time when that's why a lot of black people who are rich don't even want you to know they're rich. We got millionaires, billionaires. Yes. And they don't even want you to know that they're rich. But they're secretly undercover working. Some of them are to bless the misfortunes. Hmm. So God wouldn't put certain things in the Bible that they couldn't take out. You got prophets that's constantly telling you to repent. Prophets in the Bible that's telling you about the promises of the Most High. And to the brothers who walking around with all that skin on their penis and they won't go and get circumcised, you won't make it in. And to the brothers who are running around cutting off their penises and turning it into a vagina, that's a no-no. You won't make it either. And to the sisters who are running around changing their vaginas into a penis. You want to be a stud. You want to be a man. And then you got women's who want to be your woman or your wife. Men's who want to be other men, men's or other men's husbands. And I'm telling you, you're not gonna make it. You're gonna burn up just like Satan. But before Yahweh burn him up, everybody gonna see who he is that came to deceive the world. You're gonna see him. You're gonna see him. Not gonna let that go by without you seeing who deceived the sons and daughters of the Most High. He not gonna not let you see the ancestors that didn't want to keep the law and cause you to be thrown in the water, in the ocean to get eat up by sharks. He gonna show you the ones who are hard-headed and lied when Moses said all that is written in the book. Who gonna keep it? And they raised their hands, and Moses threw the blood on them, the animal blood, which was the lamb's blood. He never told you to drink the blood, but he threw the blood on those to be covenant with Yahweh. Because Yahweh was coming down, and he said, no, Moses, we don't want God to come down and speak to us. You speak to us. And he did. And when you said, yes, we will keep the word, the law, and Moses took it back to Yahweh, and he believed our ancestors. And they ran around because they were free. And they got tired of keeping the feast days. Man, I have been to some of the temples to keep the feast days, and I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed helping the sisters keep the dinners, and mostly they were vegetarians, and the food was excellent. It was good. I made my own garments. My son had one of the sisters to make his garment. I'm telling you, my son looks so excellent. He looks so good in his little garment with his little um, keypad on his head. And I'm telling you, your sister, she wasn't short, nothing short. I'm telling you, I look so excellent in my garment. And they kept the Sabbath, they kept the feast days, the Passover, the unleavened bread. And when you get into something, you got to understand all peoples are not the same. Everybody had their attitudes. They try to show love. They try to change from their evil ways, make you feel comfortable. Then you got some in there want to try you. That's everywhere you go, even in the churches. And then when they see that the pastor chose you and start calling on you and having you do favors, and there are some that's been in the church, been in there for years, and you just got there, and they get jealous and keep up a lot of confusion. So I want to say to you, if you're holding on, brothers and sisters, keep holding on, keep praying for your brothers and sisters. There is no way that I would believe that the Most High would have these scribes right that he's returning and coming back for us. And then I turn around, I'm constantly reading it to you out of different books, not the same book, but I'm reading it out of different books, letting you know that he's telling you he coming back for us. And he's going to send ships and airplanes. And we're supposed to go to the south part of Spain for 40 years because rebels is going to be coming and telling you your God is God. But the thing about it is they evil. You saw the movie, The Ten Commandments, which I'm sorry, I made a mistake and told you all the Bible. But go back and look at the Ten Commandments, even though they got the wrong characters playing. But they got a new one now on Tubi, and they got the right characters playing, but it's not as long. But they got the right characters playing. And I like that. And I watched it Friday and Saturday, because some of these producers, they're hearing somebody that's saying, why don't some of these black producers recreate some of these movies with the right characters? And the right characters is us. There are 12 tribes of Israel, and half of the 12 tribes of Israel don't even know that they are part of this family because they still eating unclean foods, especially that pig, catfish, shrimps, snails, rats, snakes. hmm Bugs. Yeah. Tell us about the unclean foods. Then he tell you what you can and cannot eat. But some of the foods is not here, is over in the land. They don't bring it here unless you go to Trader Joe's, because Trader Joe's do have those kinds of meats that you could buy and cook. Brothers and sisters, if you're holding on, I'm asking you, as a woman of God, keep holding on. And if you fall, get up. Go back to praying. Go back to living a life that you know that's real. Because I'm telling you, when Yahweh sent for us, a lot of stuff you got to leave behind. hmm You got to leave a lot of things behind. I'm talking about clothes, shoes, money, furniture, linen. There's a lot you got to leave behind. Cell phones, maybe, computers, desktops, many things you're going to have to leave. But Yahweh say, whatever you leave behind, going to give it back to you double, triple, and multiplied. And a lot of y'all is not going to want to let go of what you worked so hard for. Houses, cars. Some of you even got airplanes, RVs, trucks, expensive cars. You're not going to want to let that go. hmm But whatever you do for Yahweh, He's going to turn around and give it all back to you. So why wouldn't you want to serve a God who's all powerful and everything belongs to him? the world, you, and everything you make belong to him. I just want to say, don't give up on the Most High. Don't give up because you read where he say he coming back. And a lot of people don't believe he's coming back. A lot of people have died holding on, waiting for him, but they still got that hope that the Most High is coming back. And he is. I believe it. What happened back then in Egypt is going to happen again. Why do you think he's telling you to take hyssop and lamb's blood and cover your doorposts, the top and the two sides? I do it every year. Every year. And you have to do it. That's a memorial. It only comes once a year. And you got to sleep with your clothes on. I sleep with my clothes on, but I don't sleep with the shoes. I'm supposed to sleep with the shoes, but I take and put the shoes by the bed so I can just jump in them when it's time. Yahweh look beyond our faults and he see our needs. We have a God that will forgive us for every sin that we have committed. And some of you all have committed some very unspeakable sins, low down sins, from children, raping children, pedophiles, raping your wives, beating them, stomping them, taking money and giving it to your mistress instead of giving it to the household. Some of you buy lavish things for your mistress. Take them on trips and don't do anything for your wife. That's why they get tired of your nonsense, your foolishness, and they want a divorce. But you don't want to divorce them because you want to. You're not living in your land where you can have up to 7 to 12 wives, but you got to be rich. Those men who had multiple wives, they were rich. They had servants. The wives didn't have to do nothing if they didn't want to, but take care of their husbands and their children's. Whew. To Yahweh be the glory. To Yahweh be the glory. I don't read these things in the book just to be reading them. I'm reading them for to open up your eyes and ears to let you know that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yaakov, is coming back. He wouldn't have the scribes to write them in this word, the history book, that he's coming back and he's going to forgive us. And he's saying only a remnant is going back. But nobody know how much is the remnant. Because I read to you last week, they said it's going to be small, but he's going to multiply and make it large. And I've also read with a God that we serve, he don't sleep. He never slumbers nor sleep. He's always woke, watching over us. All this great big world with all these peoples in it. Never sleep. Always watching over us. And even have the holy Melachins, which are the angels, watching over us, protecting us, day in and day out. All through the day. All through the night. angels are watching over us. The world is changing and it's revealing certain things that's down here. And they showing it to you. But you all think most of it is AIs. They making it up where you won't believe it. But it's your preference. Yahweh, when we get out of here, gonna bring everything to light. hmm For these untrusted, unbelieving uh, folks down here, because they don't believe him and don't love him either. And I'm trying to tell you, time is coming where he coming back. Yahweh is coming back again. He wouldn't have the musicians write songs where they singing, he's coming back again. Will you be ready, ready, ready when he coming back again? You better come on in this house because it's gonna rain. Rain down fire. hmm God is. hmm And you sitting up still want to do what you do. Drugs. Drugs is nothing but a demon that takes over your body. He said he give you herbs, every kind of herb, long as it's bearing seed after its seed. And you could have your herbs. But a lot of you go overboard with the herbs. He don't mind you having a little yain, which is wine. But a lot of you all go overboard with it. Yeah, you might have problems, troubles, but you shouldn't drink your way through it because it causes liver problems, stomach problem, cancer in the intestines. I'm telling you that Yahweh is coming back. The 23rd Psalm says, Abba Yah is my shepherd, and I shall not want. That last part, I stopped right there. Abba Yah is my shepherd, and I shall not want. You don't have to want for anything when you live a righteous life. Yahweh look beyond your faults and see your needs, and he blesses you. That's why I tell you, he be blowing my mind. Ooh, Yahweh blows my mind. And if you live right, we not perfect. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes sometimes. But I pray and ask for forgiveness. I pray for you, for my family. I pray for Mother Earth, for Mother Jerusalem. It tell you to pray for Mother Jerusalem. It got a song saying, don't you want to go? Don't you want to go? Don't you want to go? And you all think I just be talking, and I'm reading it to you. I reads it to you to let you know that Yahweh have uh, holy men who have described certain things in the history book to let you know what he's pleased of, what he's not pleased of, and he's coming back for his sons and daughters. And I believe this is the last time that we will ever have to go through slavery, all that beating and killing and pouring gasoline on and burning up at the flesh, stabbing in the back, spitting on, men raping the wives and the children, and doing it right in front of their wives, talking about this state property, they could do whatever they want to do. And I'm finding out that some states still have slaves on it. They don't even know they're free. So I want to say, if you're free, stay free. If Yahweh, come on now, is the God who you serve, and he's telling you he's a jealous God, and there is no other God besides him. What part? What part? Help me to understand what part that you do not understand about that. And then he said we're not supposed to lift up another God's name. It's not even supposed to cross our lips. He is a jealous God. Why you think it's so many storms, fires, floods, big, huge rocks falling from the mountains? Well, it's up to you to believe it or not. And I want to say to you who are just tuning in, if you get opportunity, please go to YouTube, type in Joseph at Will, and put in who made Jesus Christ. Then go to YouTube again and put in Babylon by Brad Pitt, and you'll see what's going on in Hollywood. And you're not going to believe the way how they treating and doing those stars, those who want to be rich and famous, all the things that they got to go through to make a little change. Seriously. I want to say, you pray. God might not be all the time on the time frame that you want him to be, but he's always on time. He's never late. So that's why I'm saying to you all, to you physicians and doctors, lawyers, policemen, clergymen, firemen, and women, you got to be careful how you treat Yahweh's children. You got to be careful, because the word said you might be entertaining an angel unaware. You hear me? And karma used to take years and years and years to get back. Oh no, not in this day and time. How you treat people, you get it back right away. Yes, you do. So when I tell you and I'm reading it to you, I don't know what else I could do. And I'm reading it to you and telling you, he's saying he coming back for you, Israel. He gonna raise the dead. He said, fear the one who could kill, who could raise the dead, mhm, who could bring life, take life, restore. And he telling you about himself. And he telling you after he clean up down here all the mess that Satan has done down here, brought all this stench. He got to clean it up before he bring his temple down so that you could see. And we're going to see him face to face. He's not going to be an invisible God anymore. And I'm telling you, I tried to show you through the fruit of the banana. He's not interested in this part. He interested in the fruit part that's in the banana, and that's your spiritual man. He's interested in him. Hmm. So I want to say to you, if you faithful, stay faithful. Nobody like him. If I tell you coming back and I'm reading it to you, I don't know what else to say if you don't believe it. I don't. And then when I tell you that fictional character, Jesus Christ, and they still trying to incorporate it with him going to Bethlehem and Mary and Elizabeth and Joseph. These characters are not real. They're not. But you want to believe and hold on anyway. And you want to say that he's blessing. He's the one that's blessing. Say know a little bit about what Yahweh has in store for you. Satan gives and takes it back. Hmm. He'll put you up on a pedestal and bring you down so fast and make you homeless. Some of these pastors, they putting on blast. They losing their churches, putting their wives in clothes that should not even be seen before the congregation. Women coming up in the church with splits and tits and short dresses and tight dresses, showing their breasts, their behinds, their legs, trying to get the attention of a married man that is the pastor. And the pastor's got so many wives, so many uh, um, uh, girlfriends in the church, and they won't even leave and knowing that this man is married and he taking care of them through your contribution. Well, believe me or not, you all see what happened to a lot of them. You can go to YouTube and they got like 10 to 9 pastors who have sinned, lost their church. People don't respect them, but they still got people to come to church. But those people that are coming to church, they fed up and they leaving. I don't have to say their names. You can go to YouTube and see. Type it in and search the pastors who have fallen from grace. Hmm. Lost their wives, turning gay. They got a lot of gay men's up in the church that they they're contributing and giving money to. Oh, well, brothers and sisters, I just wanted to say the God that I serve is real. Israel, he's coming back for us. We're living in a modern day Egypt. You got a modern day Pharaoh in the White House, and nobody saying nothing, doing nothing. And this man he off the chain with all the things that this man is doing. And people's up in the White House act like they scared of him. Even the military. Because they done gave him the numbers to the red button. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Why you think I tell you all to pray? You got to pray. It's praying time. You all see the storms, lightning and thunder, the rain, the hail balls. Huge. Excuse me, breaking out people windows, putting dents in people cars. So these scribes telling you, Yahweh coming back. Yahweh coming back. I'm reading it to you. Coming back for you, Israel. He gathering you. I read it, constantly reading. He's going to gather us from the north, the south, the east, and the west. And the songwriter said, will you be ready when Yahweh comes again? I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for listening. It's up to you to believe. Go in and read it in your history book. David, or David, he got a prayer in there. Daniel. And it's the 9th chapter. Read the whole 9th chapter. And he telling you why Yahweh have done what he done, because our ancestors have sinned. They hurt him. They hurt Yahweh's heart. And why you think he kicked them so far up out of the land where they couldn't even come back? Cross all that water with them sharks. And even if they tried to get back, how? How would they get back except by a boat? Because they didn't have airplanes back then. And that little bitty boat that they would try to use to get over there, that's hot sun, they would die. Because they would have a long way to travel. So, thank you so much. To Yahweh be the glory. I just want to say, Father, in your mighty name, bless the show, bless the listeners. Abba, I'm asking that you would bless those who are dreamers, prophets, prophetess. Abba, please touch them. Touch them, Yahweh. Let them know that you're coming back. Those who are doers and hearers, help them to understand it's nobody else but you. Bless those who believe and who are waiting. Help them to keep the faith. In your mighty name, Yahweh, help us to keep holding on to your unchangeable hand. And I want to say thank you for the holy angels that watch over us. Thank you for blessing us on our going out, coming in, on our laying down and getting up. Thank you for everything. Bless this food. Miracles for this food. They're poisoning us. And I'm asking that you bless this food in your mighty name. Let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. To you, brothers and sisters, please, if you get an opportunity, go to YouTube and put in the Roman conspiracy to invent Jesus. And you're going to find out where Christianity come from. We are not Christians. We are not Catholics. And we are not Muslims. We are Hebrew Israelites. In the beginning, you never read anything about a Christian, a Muslim, or Catholic. Thank you for tuning in. You all have a blessed rest of your evening. May Yahweh richly bless you. May he keep you. And I pray that you go in and do your research. See if what I'm saying is true. And to Yahweh be the glory for all the things he has done, he's doing, and getting ready to do. It's going to be a mess down here. They showing you in the movies. They showing you what Yahweh getting ready to do. But you all think it's just a movie. You have to take a movie like a fish. Eat the meat and throw the bones back. Because some of that stuff they showing you is true. Just like they did the movie of Dr. Frankenstein, where this man was going out killing people and taking their organs out. And now they're doing it for real, killing people to take their organs, and they selling them for a lot of money. And that was way back when I was a little girl, when they showed Dr. Frankenstein and that monster was made. And now they're doing it for real. All right, brothers and sisters, you all have a blessed evening. And may Yahweh richly bless you. Please hit share and subscribe. In Yahweh's holy name, I'm asking, if you enjoyed the show, pass it on. Somebody needs to know Yahweh coming back. He coming back for us. We wasn't meant to come over here and stay forever. This was only because of a punishment that our ancestors did. They hurt Yahweh hard, and he told them what he was going to do. But they didn't believe him. So he kicked our ancestors from the north, the south, the east, and the west across the waters. Israel is everywhere. First time I seen a bunch of black, Japanese, Chinese, Asian, black Asians. And they are pretty. They're cute, but they don't speak our language. They speak their language. And they keep a lot of worship, but they don't worship our God. They always having some kind of rituals over there. but it's not with the rituals of the Yahweh. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Until we meet again, you all have a very blessed and a wonderful evening. Shalom, shalom, Israel, earthlings, and